And she's coming to you from ground level. And I know we've made so much fun of that commercial over the years, but the reality is slip and fall accidents are such a major concern that we need to address and be aware of. So today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the data about slip and falls so you can utilize that in your evidence-based design. We're going to talk a little bit about transitions and how to choose transitions, what's ADA compliant, and I also want to talk a little bit about a few specialty items. So first, I'm just going to go through my data. Now, I actually went online and did some searching. I found tons of information, and you can see I have quite a few things highlighted. I'm not going to be able to go through all of this because this video would be forever long, and I try to make these as brief as possible. But let me just give you a few bits of information that I thought was really important. So, falls account for 8 million hospital emergency room visits, representing the leading cause of visits, and that's 21.3%. Now, slips account for 1 million visits, or 12% of total falls. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, 5% of job-related fatalities are for women versus 11% for men. It's huge. According to Consumer Product Safety Commission, floors and flooring materials contribute directly to more than 2 million fall injuries each year. Now, as designers, that's where we need to be aware of what we're selecting, right? What type of flooring are we putting in a facility? And because it could, ultimately cause a trip and fall accident. So let's see, this I thought was interesting. 1 of every 3 persons over the age of 65 will experience a fall. Now, this one was even more interesting. 1.8 million people over the age of 65 were treated in an emergency room as a result of a fall. Falls represent 40% of all nursing home admissions and is the 6th leading cause of death among people age 70 or older. That's huge. Over 60% of nursing home residents will fall each year. So think about that. That's 6 out of 10 nursing home residents are gonna fall. Wow. I don't think I'm ever going to a nursing home. Forget it. Forget it. I'm staying home. And medical costs associated with employee slip and fall accidents is approximately $7 billion annually. So annually, $70 billion is attributed to slip and fall accidents, whether it's compensation, medical costs, and that's from the National Safety Council on Injury Facts edition. Again, if you want these, I can send these to you. Just ask, right? So based on that data, what we specify is gonna be really important, and how we specify it, and how we transition between one flooring to another. Well, we at Target have lots of selections, and if you've ever looked at a chain set, it's pretty daunting. You go, wow, there's a lot of choices. What do I choose? And if you pulled them all off of the chain set and started going through them one at a time, it would take you forever. So we have made we've given you some easy tools to utilize for selecting your transitions. So the first thing, if you'd like, is a flooring finishing accessory guide. Now you can keep this at your desk. You can look through it. It has all of our transitions in it, whether they're wheel traffic transitions, slimline transitions, reducers, T-moldings, adapters. It's all here. And in the front of this book is a transition selector chart by dimension. Now, if you're like me, you're gonna have to put it way outside to be able to even read it. It's so tiny, right? Or have that magnifying glass. But I have a better idea. I'm going to actually attach a selector chart to the link below, and this is awesome because all you have to do, let's say we're going from 1/4 of an inch to 5/16 of an inch. We follow the row over and the column down, and it'll give us our selections. So for the 1/4 to 5/16, we have 3 selections, right? Now, of those 3 selections, we could look it up in our little book, and we can decide which ones we like. We could take it off of our chain set. We could lay them out, figure out which ones are going to be the most visually pleasing to us, which are going to be the most conscious of slipping and falling, and we can make our selections from that. So this is just a super easy guide. Now, oftentimes we might be specifying a European or a floor made outside of America, which is going to be in metrics, right? So oftentimes we're like, oh my gosh, what's the metrics of 3.9688? Oh, here, wait, I have a nice chart here. It says 5/32 of an inch. So I'm also going to attach this metric to fraction chart for you, which makes just life so much easier, because I know it's always like, oh my gosh, we got to look that up, Google it. Ooh, now we won't have to. It'll be right in our files. So a couple of things too is I mentioned ADA. What's ADA? What is ADA compliant? Well, anything up to 1/4 of an inch will not need an edge treatment. So you could oftentimes get away with laying carpet tile down next to, let's say, concrete, and you would not need an edge treatment. But let's say it's up to 1/2 inch. Well, now we're gonna need an edge treatment. We're going to need a transition. We're gonna have some type of ramping system to go, that's gonna be a rise of 1 to 2 to be able to get up to that 1/2 inch. That's obviously where our transitions come in. Now, we're not gonna have transitions that are gonna be over 1/2 inch, because in a case like that, you're gonna need to use our leveler system, which goes underneath the floor. So let's say I have a rubber floor and I wanna go up to something that's much higher. I have a transition, let's say up to a wood floor. Our leveler system, which I don't have one with me, I'm so sorry, but I gave that last one away. It was on a chain set and I gave that away. But I have this threshold that I'll just utilize. You can see it just kind of gives you that idea where you're going to need a ramping system underneath the floor to go up to anything higher than 1/2 of an inch. So just keep that in mind when you're specifying. And again, if you need help, you can call me anytime. Glad to help you out. So that's your ADA compliance. Anything 1/4 of an inch, no need for an edge treatment. Anything over 1/4 of an inch, you need an edge treatment. You need a transition. I know that we love transitions so much. We just can't wait to specify them. We just think they're the prettiest thing ever. Well, we've done the best job, I think, out of anybody creating the most beautiful transitions. This one specifically, this is called Metal Edge. Looks like a Schluter strip. It has been designed specifically to work from carpet to an LVT, and it comes in multiple colors. But we've also designed an edge treatment that can go along carpet tile and create a rug surface treatment as well. Oftentimes we as designers want to utilize carpet tile as a rug. Well, this treatment just slides right underneath, and it can be mitered and power taped to the carpet and just have this beautiful edge treatment without any binding or and it just finishes that edge so nice, because otherwise carpet tile gets kind of, just worn down. It doesn't look so great on the edge. So I just want to highlight that piece. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I need to tell you. There's so many choices. We have 36 colors in our color match system, which means it'll match our wall base, it'll match our stair treads, it'll match our corner guards, and if you don't like any of those colors, you can do all of the other colors, which is like 114 colors. So we have lots to choose from. I hope you enjoyed this transition video. I know we're transitioning from one world to the next these last couple weeks, transitioning from our home out into the world, and I hope you guys are staying healthy and getting out and enjoying the outdoors. I look so forward to seeing you. If there's anything you need, please let me know. If there's any videos that you'd like me to focus on or anything specific you'd like me to focus on, please let me know. I've had a couple suggestions that I'll eventually be getting to. And I look so forward to seeing you all next week. Have a great week, and I'll talk to you then.